Do you guys see the HP total on his team? It's cooked!
お前はもう死んでいる。
NANI?! Oh my god! Yeah, it might just be a bit broken. Now I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. Okay, that's a spark. Smilegate, just give me the unit. I'll powder the artifact. Unit, please? Unit. Okay. You know what? We'll take these. That's my last summon, Smilegate. Please! No! Alright. I need 40 summons. Alright, boys. I'm not proud of this one, but it's like, don't look. Okay, get a little bit of leaf back. I can keep farming for molas, and, okay. There it is. This thing is pure villain energy on the ladder. She looks like a character that just care about the damage, and then like maybe you care about having effectiveness to dispel all buffs, but because you can soul burn to ignore ER and her pilfer effect is not affected by F or ER, you just care about having speed, a little bit of bulkiness, and all-in attack on her because her damage scales with attack and speed. Based on the video, right, it looks like her S1 damage actually matters. You're probably gonna wanna max the S1. For a non-critting S1, it looks like a lot of damage. The S2 is all combat readiness, so I would probably put it to here. Although if you are like a little bit short on your Molagoras, you could probably skip this. But otherwise, get the combat readiness. Combat readiness will never hurt you. Although I think realistically, guys, I just like this character, so I'm probably gonna plus 15 her for fun. So how this character works is, if you guys didn't see the preview, she does 3 things. Number 1, she does a lot of fixed damage to all enemies. So she's going, every time she S3s on a 4-turn cooldown, she is going to deal 28,000 fixed damage to the entire enemy team. So FCC, a really important tank in the meta, will cut that down to 14k. But without FCC, that's gonna do 28k. This is probably her like signature ability. It's not her S3, it's the S2. So you are going to want to cycle this as often as possible to pilfer the enemy. It's going to steal the stats. Now, it's not a real quote unquote steal stats. You inflict on the enemy defense, attack, and HP down by 20%. And you can only do it to each enemy 1 time. And on the other side, she's going to increase her own attack, HP, and defense by 20%, which is why it's actually important to build up her bulk alongside her attack. So you're gonna want a little bit of each one of those stats because you're not actually stealing them from the enemy arunka. You're not stealing like 6k defense, you know, 6,000 HP, right? You're just decreasing their stats and then boosting yours by 20%. And since she's a speed scaling character, you're building a lot of speed. You don't actually have that much to increase. So whatever substats you can find on your boots and on your non-speed pieces, you're going to want to increase her stats. As you wear down your enemy, you know, you drop their defense, you drop their HP, she's gonna, on a very low cooldown, inflict penetrating damage. She's a very annoying, not necessarily a debuffer unit, but she will feel like one. If I'm only 280 or 290 speed or 300 speed, is this okay? Yes. If you look at streamers or YouTubers, the reason why we have really insane gear on this character is because we have to play against other whales in the top 100 and 200 category, okay? When you have to fight versus other top whales, you're going to need crazy builds. But if you are just a average player, you're a casual player, if you're sitting at like 270 speed, 280 speed, it's fine. She's gonna work. You guys probably will see later on some matches where we go second, where we get outsped, and that's okay. This character is decently strong. I'm recording this, by the way, after like 2 matches. This character's hella strong. So yeah, if you are not fast, don't worry about it. Play whatever speed it is that you have and just draft her correctly and you will climb. This character is pretty solid, at the very least, from an initial view. Now that we have her built, we have her skills explained, let me fix my gear and then we'll jump into RTA. So we're stealing something stats first, get the extra attack up and extra turn, and then we're splashing his entire team for fixed damage. Let's drop the stats on the Dragon Brysenia. Pretty self-explanatory why that's important. Pilfer? Okay. 19k HP already, you're right. That's a lot. This thing is gonna activate. I didn't want to do this, but I think I have to. We are unironically gonna have to wake up the Dragon Brysenia. Unfortunate. Okay, she counters. She does her little spear waving thing. Yup, okay, no problem. Pop. Dude, he has almost a quarter HP left after this one rotation. Like, what? Okay, counter attack. I'm just gonna use this to farm the damage. Watch this damage. Pop. Holy fuck! What? Oh my god! Okay, yeah, this combo might not be okay. This combo might not be okay, guys. Yeah, it might just be a bit broken. Okay. Okay, we don't even get a target, so let's just do this. We almost killed the Lud. Almost. So he needs to burn this here. Okay, Lud pushes. I cleanse. I push 50. I need a cut here. If we cut here and my math is correct, we win. GG's, guys. Say it with me. GG. GG. His entire team will die to the splash. Oh, I am a drafter of all time. All right, let's see how much damage this does. We kind of got one-tapped. Do I get a one-tap? Counterattack. Owie. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, goodbye, dude. I'll see you on the fucking other side. Pew! Like, what are we fucking talking about, guys? How is this fair? This is not okay. This is not okay. What? We're gonna change the build up a little bit. I'm gonna make the executive decision. Pavel, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're gonna need to hand that over for a second, Chief. Now we get to see how much damage she does. I kind of forget how discreet hands work. Does discreet hands protect me from the silence here? Like, do I still get the stealth? Okay. Pass the turn here. It's fine. So now you have to use 3 attacks to try to pick this thing, right? You have to try to pick the Dragon King Sharoon or else you're cooked. Okay, so I don't get the really broken combo here. Fucking Wario looking ass. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just hit this. By the way, can you guys tell this guy's already dead? Do you guys see the HP total on his team? It's cooked! Nani? Pew! Why did you not press S3 on your Spirit Eye, my G? What was that? You wanted to save 3 souls for next game or what? Hello? What are we doing? He could have totally like came back from this, but no, he wanted to greed 3 souls for next game. Okay. I'm not gonna fault my opponent for misplaying. They're allowed to misplay, whatever, bro. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, what is this? Oh, I look faster. Oh, that's a counterattack. Ouchies. Okay, say goodbye. Oh, whoopsie. Pew! Okay, yeah, goodbye. Pew! He gets a turn here. Let's see. My BBK should just be able to kill the Lua here. Okay, he pushes, SSB goes. I'm just gonna hit the SSB. Goodbye, say goodbye. Yeah, he's not even sticking around to see his SSB get bopped. Goodbye, 20% HP and defense. Okay. That damage looks bearable, right? We have to kill this. Let me think. Do we have to kill this? Or are we rather just like all in the shoe? I think it's this. Because if it's shoe, then Infinite Horizon's just gonna push the shoe. Send it shoe? I think he's just gonna push the shoe with Infinite Horizon. I'm not that much afraid of the shoe because we do have Sea Phantom. I didn't push back the shoe. It's looking kind of ugly. No, he's just gonna push the Rinak. So we have 3 barriers here. It's fine. Counterattack. Okay, that's on proof. Oh shit! I shouldn't have pressed that. I should have saved it. I needed to hold that for Dragon King Sharoon. That was pretty bad. Actually, no, I'm just gonna horse her. Ooh. Oh, counterattack. We couldn't flush her out of stealth. This is 14k. It's 7k if I press right now. Do I want to burn this for 7k? Fuck it, I burn it. I'm just gonna say I kill. I'm just gonna say I kill. Mine kills. Nice, okay, so never punished, right? So now he's going to, he doesn't have S2 anymore. He can't, okay, he S3s for 1 buff. Okay, that's fine. He heals a little bit. Yeah, just kill that. Wait, that's my highest attack character? It's cooked. It's cooked, boys. It's cooked. Oh, God. Oh, my lord. This is such a bad look. Okay, I guess I have to fight the Infinite Horizon now. The Pilfer fucked your attack. I didn't even think about that, but you're so right. But I think we're in an okay spot now, right? We got our crowd value out before the injuries came in. Before he got more Pilfers in, we also got this out. No, we didn't get her out! She gets another S3! Or she Pilfers again. Fuck. Okay, we blocked the Pilfer off for other units at least. No, she gets another S3. Fuck me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we kill her now. Nice. It's like fine, because Illy Polly surely clutches here, right, guys? Push this back. Pop! Oh my god, how are you still alive? Goodbye. 07 Arunka. Yo, let me see some 07s in the chat for our Arunka. You really were the boss until the end. Holy shit. As to what we were talking about, Boss Arunka being a card game character. Until today, for about 1 week, Boss Arunka was like the horror character. There was no counterplay. Boss Arunka was the iron wall of you can't do anything to me, hehe XD, right? So now there's a new character that beats Boss Arunka. Now this is gonna be the character where I don't know what to do versus her. Oh, this character is really OP. So now it's this character that's like, you're gonna need a very specific subset of characters. You're gonna need like 3 to 5 really specific counters, and you're gonna need 2 of them for every draft in order to beat her. And if you have those characters, yeah, she's not gonna be a problem, but if you're a new player, well, that's a bit rough, right? Being a new player in a card game, you're gonna need time to collect those cards in order to not get one shitter dittered. What teams can be played in and out? It doesn't matter. You could play her with anything. This character is one of those, you put her in any draft and she's going to add additional value to that draft. Think about ML Payra, right? And how much value an ML Payra adds to your strategy, regardless of whether or not you play her with dark unit synergies. She's going to add value to that. How would you play her without DK Sharoon? Let's say I ban the DK Sharoon here, that his team will still be okay. Something like this. Like, since we had to pivot into anti-cleave here, no DK Sharoon, she's perfectly fine. You just need to follow up with any type of cleanse. If you have a potion Death Dealer Ray, you have a hand guy, you have a Laya, Empyrean Ilanav, all of it is good. You just want to cleanse her and get her turn cycling as fast as possible. I don't even think the cleanse is necessary, but it helps you get some bonus damage out. Is Stenny good against her perma stealth? No. If you play a Stenny versus her, your front unit will die, and by her second ultimate, you will die to the splash damage. Even at half damage, your Stenny will die. How does it work if she has immunity, then she doesn't get stunned? She strips her own immunity before she stuns herself. Oh, does she? Oh, you're right. Yeah. Dispels all buff from caster. Yeah, never mind. You can't even prep her immunity, so you just have to play for a cleanse afterwards. So you could totally just run her, Ray, and Sharoon, and that's your core for like a debuff and fixed damage team, and then pick like 2 hardcore DPSs to just nuke nuke him down. How important is effectiveness on her? You guys saw earlier, you just run it into boss arunka, you don't strip anything. The fixed damage will kill. The natural damage here is fully defense penetrating, and then the extra fixed damage is just gonna rock her team. Does fixed damage proc passives like ML Hwayoung? No. It doesn't proc ML Hwayoung. It also doesn't, if you kill something with the fixed damage, it doesn't proc Wind Rider, which is why Tori, it's so specific. Like, if you kill something with a Cascade, you don't proc Wind Rider. Only if you kill it with a natural damage does Wind Rider proc. If you look at these, when an ally drops past a certain threshold, the extra fixed damage does not proc these. In any circumstance, it doesn't. FCC is the best counter. You only counter half of her kit though. So like FCC, yes, you counter the penetration, or rather you counter the 7,000 fixed, right? So it's 28k damage, you drop it to 14k. Yes, FCC does help, but the natural penetration damage, speed scaling, is a fucking lot. It hurts, man. When boss Arunka took the S3, the natural damage itself almost killed her, and then the 7,000 splash just popped her like that. It's a lot of damage. You kind of need both Empyrean Ilanav and FCC together as a package in a draft to make sure your team doesn't get one shitter dittered. Get the word debuff out of here. Pilfer is not a debuff. If you guys look at the icon and you look at, for example, Lethe, when she has Omen, that's not a debuff, right? It says unique effect. That's what it is. Pilfer is a unique effect as well. You can tell that it's not a debuff by its yellow, the color is yellow instead of like black and red, like a debuff would be. If you look at this, that's black and red. If you look at that, that's red and yellow. That's not a debuff. That's a unique effect. These will bypass characters like Sylvan Sage Vivian and ML Hwayoung. Pilfer can't proc Blooming Lidica. That's correct. Anytime you get a character early, guys, you don't have to keep summoning for the artifact. Just buy it from here. Like, I'm saving for this, I'm just gonna buy it here. What are we talking about? Save yourself some bookmarks. Kill some shitter artifacts that you're not gonna need, and then buy it. New players are gonna struggle with that. Yeah, but a lot of people who watch the videos and who watch the stream are going to be like 2-3 year veterans. Like, this is one of the easiest ways to get limited artifacts in the game. Here's the thing you should be doing with Powder. You should always be buying the Bottle of Knowledge every single month. You should be buying the limited versions of the artifacts, and if conditions allow afterwards, then you buy like maybe a playstyle enabling artifact, like maxing your Holy Sack or whatever. So as you guys saw, this is the current build we finished the stream on. This character is very strong. I wouldn't say she's giga broken. I don't think she's creeps into broken tier, but if you don't very specifically counter her with like the 3 or 5 characters that's really good versus her, she is going to absolutely take over a match, right? You're gonna need stuff like Zeo to stop her from going first turn. You're gonna want stuff like Fallen Cecilia to reduce her splash fixed damage. You're going to want Empyrean Ilanav to just reduce her S3 penetration as a whole. If you are looking at like DN, for example, I would even say DN's not good versus her because DN needs to take a turn for her penetration resistance to take effect, and you're just not going to realistically race a Rinak with your DN. Like, I don't think that'll ever happen. So she doesn't have a lot of counterplay. I would even say for new players, like, this character is pretty close to a must-have because other new players in your rank is not going to have the other character that's requisite to counterplay her. But if you are a veteran player, you have a more of a stacked account, you are probably able to just not get her. Like, I'm not recommending skipping her, but if you have like Fallen Cecilia, Empyrean Ilanav, Boss Arunka, and maybe even like a Blue Crow, you could feasibly play against her pretty reliably if they first pick her. But if she comes out on pick 3, pick 4, or pick 5, then it's too late. You're gonna need like all the countermeasures you can find, because then you don't have a way to adapt your draft to be tanky. And as we saw, she's really good anti-cleave because she's just so fast. If your opponent goes for a Zeo draft, then you can just counterplay a Zeo draft. If they go for a more standard cleave with like Ludwig on 3, then your 129 base speed might just be able to jump them and splash the Ludwig. The comp just looks really bad for any cleavers trying to cleave her. This is just a really solid character overall, and I would say maybe borderline broken. One of the common questions I get is, I didn't get the artifact, what can I replace it with? Anything that gives you additional attack is fine. Chief amongst which is Violet Talisman. She's gonna take a lot of extra turns. So by her second turn, after her extra turn, she'll already have 20% increased attack. And by pilfering a lot of additional defense and HP, she'll be rather tanky as well. By her third turn, the 30% evasion is gonna go a long way in keeping her alive. Outside of that, if your opponent has a lot of reactive skills, they're gonna try to like cleanse, revive, stabilize. You could also feasibly go for like a Secret Art Storm Sword. It gives her additional combat readiness, which is never bad. It helps her cycle her turns. You don't hate attack buff. Attack buff is always nice. Those are probably the best options I see. If you want to play a cleave playstyle, like people are like, oh, what if I use Jacko? Or what if I use her to bridge? Here's the problem, right? The Pilfer is not a debuff, but rather a special effect. So you might even want to run something like Alabastron to land these debuffs, such that you can start bridging characters like Blooming Litica, Jacko, or Green Eupheme. But as you guys can see, these are the 2 builds we played, and both builds have performed extremely well. They've looked really damn crazy. This character is going to be terrorizing the ladder for a bit, until you figure out how to counterplay her. For now, guys, that's all I got for you guys in this video. Thank you guys for watching to the end. I really appreciate it. If you found the video helpful, as always, you can help me back by giving the video a like and a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. We got a lot of guys coming. I'll see you guys later. See ya.